Agora, calma aí que eu tenho que chamar. Here? Não. Inglês com Shane. Hey guys, what's up? Esperar o Teacher Shane aqui. A gente vai fazer uma live hoje em conjunto, eu e ele. Eu tô tentando entrar pelo Face em dupla, mas não dá. Hey guys, a gente vai fazer uma live, eu e o Teacher Shane, in English, okay? It's gonna be an interview. Oh, you will love it. Ok, eu tô só esperando ele entrar aqui. Vamos ver se ele dá o ar da graça. Wait up, esperem aí. Opa! Vamos lá, estou esperando ele aqui. Deixa eu mandar o lembrete para todo mundo da minha lista. Hello!
Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great, thanks. Vamos lá,
Cool.
deixa eu
Let's
mandar
do
aqui.
it.
Wait up
Okay.
a sec. I'm gonna send our live event to everybody.
All right, cool. Let's do it. I think my mom and my dad are coming now, so.
Oh, that's awesome! Oh my gosh! And I have like 10 questions for you to
That's cool.
answer. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that's
that's
awesome.
awesome. No,
Hey
it's gonna
guys,
be cool.
what's up? Pronto, já mandei aqui para todo mundo. So I can't on Facebook. It's impossible.
It's not possible, huh?
I don't think there is an option, to go live with someone on Facebook.
That's crazy. I see that a lot of people do streaming and stuff like that on Facebook, but yeah, I never saw two people actually. Now that I think about it, so makes sense.
Yeah, me neither. Anyways, hey guys, what's up? So today our live event's gonna be. Eu tô tentando, não dá. Eu vou desistir do Face.
Yeesh,
I'm gonna give up. No way, no can do.
No way, Jose.
Yes, I've learned that one. Não dá. Okay. So guys, what up? How's it going? Our live event's gonna be today just in English. Actually, it is the first time that I am on a Saturday morning here. Hello, Claudine. Hi, Kyla. How are you? How's it
Hi,
going?
guys, girls.
Let's wait just a minute so everybody can join us, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So in the meantime, you can introduce yourself.
Okay.
So people know more about you. And guys, if you don't understand something, se vocês não entenderem alguma coisa, fala assim, teacher, boiei, não entendi nada. E aí eu vou traduzir para vocês, ok? But Shane today is gonna speak just in English. Right? Oh my gosh.
I'll try.
Oh.
It's hard, but I will definitely try. All right, yeah. So I will introduce myself. I'm Shane. My Instagram is Inglês com Shane, my name, and I'm not very experienced with Instagram, but I've been a teacher for a while. I'm from New York. I live in São Paulo. I've been living in São Paulo for some years, for 3 years, and yeah, I've taught English in a few different countries, but I'm sure we'll talk about that later. And I'm 28, so I'm gonna be 29. I'm pretty old.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be 30.
Ah, that's old. That's older.
I know.
But yeah, that's I don't wanna give away too much information because I'm afraid that I'll answer one of your questions by accident.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. And do you live in Brazil nowadays?
Yes, I live in São Paulo. I live in São Paulo, the capital.
Okay. Yeah, totally is. Oh, Kyle is gonna be 40. Oh, it's okay. We're young. Come on.
40 is young. 40 is very young.
Yeah. Hello, Milton. Oi, Walter. So, guys, if you don't understand something, you ask me, okay? And Shane, now let's wait a little bit more. Tell me, why did you come to Brazil?
Why did I come? I came to Brazil for a woman. That's why I came to Brazil.
Oh,
Yeah, I met my wife in New York actually, and she was studying English, and she she came back to Brazil after like a year in New York, and then told me, listen, if you want to have like a life with me, if you want to have a future with me, you have to come to Sao Paulo and live here. And I said,
okay.
okay. So I just did it. No plans, no money, no Portuguese, no connections, no friends, no nothing. Just came here, and figured it out.
So when you came here, you didn't speak Portuguese?
Nah, nah, nothing. I didn't speak anything. Absolutely nothing.
Guys, because Shane speaks a very, very good Portuguese. Like in 3 years, it's
Thanks.
awesome. It's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Because I didn't know that. I'm like, what? I'm
Yeah,
gagged.
yeah.
The,
I
I,
can't. I can't.
I'm gagged. Yes, I've heard that expression in RuPaul's Drag Race, which I love, by the way. Anyways.
Sashay away.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
yes, I'm gagged. Oh my God, I love that. Super
My
interesting.
man Thiago, Thiago's in the group. What's up, Thiago?
Hello, a Cia também. Hi, Cia. Cia doesn't miss
Hi,
a
Thea.
class. Hello. So, guys, if you want to ask something, now it's the time. Oi, Vanuzia. Hello. You can ask Shane
Hi,
something,
Vanusia.
okay? He's going to speak just in English. He's from New York, and he was introducing himself. Hello, Vandriani. I'm gagged. Oh, this is a queer expression.
Right, it's
Because
like tô chocado.
tô chocado, tô bege. I'm
Yeah,
gagged.
tô
Of that
bad.
one.
Yeah, exactly.
Tô bege. Morta. I say a lot of this. Okay, and Shane, I was gonna ask you, but you answered that already. Are you married and do you have children?
I am married, and no, I do not have children. No, not yet, not yet.
Not
In the
yet.
future,
Okay.
maybe in some years, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And do you speak in English or in Portuguese with your wife?
We at home we speak in English. We speak English. I speak mostly Portuguese during the day, actually, like on my day, like Monday to Friday when I'm working, because I have to use Portuguese in my classes, because I give online classes on Skype. So a lot of my students are basic. Most of my students start at the level basic, at the basic level, right? So I have to use Portuguese with them. I use Portuguese with my family, my wife's family, rather. But yeah, at
Okay.
home we speak in English. We speak in English.
Yeah, because you have to have in a specific language, right?
For
My
sure.
French
It's strange
teacher.
to speak in Portuguese with my wife, actually. It's very, when she speaks in Portuguese with me, it means she is very, very bolada. She's very, like, pissed off.
She wanna curse and then she goes in
Yeah.
Portuguese. Yeah,
Caralho, Sheila. So, oh, okay, sorry, sorry.
I got it. Yeah, because in Portuguese we have so many ways to curse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh! And in English, it's all about fuck, in my opinion.
True, true.
Or
I
something.
agree.
Yes. And let's go. What are you majored in?
Okay, so I don't know if you know, but the like way that university uh like formação degrees work, it's different. So
Mm.
it's like if you're in Brazil, if you study medicine, you study medicine. If you study math, you study math. In America, it's like you have to choose a field and then you choose a specialization connected to that field. And anyway, so I will tell you exactly what it is. It's
Oh,
uh,
it's cool.
yeah, it's English with a concentration in American and British literature and creative and professional writing, minored in communication studies. So
Oh my
the
God.
short answer is American is excuse me, is English literature. Yeah, that's the short answer.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I majored in international relations.
That's cool. That has nothing to do with being a
It is
teacher, but that's cool. Very
very
cool.
cool, but it has nothing to do with this. But it's very, very cool. But I didn't like it afterwards. Anyway. And which country do you like best, Brazil or the US? Oh, and
Yeah,
I
that's
have questions because I told my students that they could ask you something and everybody's asking. Okay.
okay. Um, so basically, what it's like, which country do I prefer? I don't know. I mean, I've been here for like 3 years and a few months, so it's kind. Brazil's like my second home. I really love Brazil a lot. Like I really, really do. But I mean, there's no place like home, right? So New York will always be a special place to me. I don't know a lot of America, I'll be honest with you. I know like New York, I know the East Coast, Florida. Never been to Cali. I've never been to Vegas. Um,
Oh, I've been
but
to Vegas. Awesome.
yeah, but you can't tell. You can't. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So.
So,
Uh, yeah, I guess it depends on the subject. I love America and I love Brazil. I will say that. They're both my home. They're both special places. They both have their special and unique things. They both have good food. I would say I like Brazilians more than I like Americans.
oh yeah, totally.
That I
New
agree with. Brazilians are
Yorkers,
much nicer.
I thought that New Yorkers, they were a little bit rude.
Yeah, they're rude. They're rude. My family's not. My family is very like warm and welcoming, but most people in New York are very cold and they don't want to. They don't have time. Time is money. Time is money. Like get out of
Yeah,
my way. You know?
yeah, I remember that. Like, oh, can you help me, please? Sorry, I can't. I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
like,
But
what? My
Brazilians are
sisters,
super nice.
yes, Brazilians are awesome. My sisters live in New York. She loves it. She is in
My
Brazil on vacation, but she doesn't want to live here again. Oh, great, that's awesome. She loves New York. Cool. Gente, falar inglês cansa, né? Todos têm sempre uma caneca. Yes, I have a special mug, which
Yeah,
is
look, it's the interview mug. It's New York.
oh, cool.
Hey,
Yes.
with the Statue of Liberty on it. Come on. I'm super New York.
And what about the accent in New York?
New
Let's be
York.
honest about like you speak fast, but I don't think you have the hardest accent ever. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't. So I have now, it's like mostly just a general American accent. My English is very clear now because I've been teaching, like I said, for a long time. So when I started to teach in English in 2013, I had a pretty strong accent. I had a strong accent. And then I went to China, and when I was in China, I lived there for some time, and while I was teaching there, my New York accent was like impossible for them to understand. And I was like, but what? Come on, it's English. So I actually intentionally changed my accent so that students could understand me because the New York accent is not so relevant in the world, I don't think. So I needed to have a general thing, you know?
Yeah, I think it is very hard. But like when and then I thought, okay, New York's very hard. New Yorkers speaking are very hard. But then I went to California and I was
Okay,
like
it's easier.
gagged. I was
Gagged.
gagged. No, really, I mean it. They don't speak the whole sentence. And then I was all the time like this.
Wait,
What?
in Cali or in New York?
No, in Cali.
In Cali,
Because they
okay,
are
okay.
lazy to speak like they're
Everything in
tired.
California is a question, right? It sounds like a question. It's like, so I went to this party and it was a lot of fun and like I had a really good time. That's the California accent. That's how we make fun. But like if I talk, so I have a general American accent, yeah. But if I talk to my like a friend of mine or a family member or something for a long time, I'll start to sound like really New Yorker. Like I'll say some weird things like, for example, like the word order, like pedir comida, like order food. New York we say hora.
Hora.
So yeah, so as soon as like like that word is really hard for me to say correctly. Order, I have to like really try. So if
Hora.
there's some
Because
there's
you
some words I
say
can't
hora.
lose it. Yeah.
Hora. Cool. And what else do you have? Like forget about it. Forget about
We
it.
have forget about it. Forget about it is another one. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's another one.
What are you talking about?
We also
It's
have
a
we
lot of
would
schwa sound, right? Like,
yeah, a lot of schwa, blah 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 blah. And then we have a really famous one is with the way that we say, "Do you know what I mean?" Like entendeu? We say, "You mean?
oh yeah,
You
right.
mean?
That's
You know what I mean?" It's like, you just we compress the whole thing there. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not good English for sure. It's not.
A Má perguntou como? Ah, you know what
Cool.
I mean. Eu vou escrever a expressão. I'm gonna write it just a sec. You know what I mean? And
Ah,
then she's gonna speak it again. Guys, if you don't understand, pessoal, se vocês não entenderem, fala aí, teacher, não entendi, traduz. Eu traduzo. Ó, you know what I mean? And then, e agora ele vai falar, you know what I mean? With
you
a
mean?
New Yorker accent.
Yeah. So the correct way is, you know what I mean, or do you know what I mean? And then and then in New York we say, you mean? You mean?
Oh my.
It's really bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
And then, oh, speaking of accents, what about in Brazil? Which one do you think is the hardest one for you to understand?
Um, I think now I can understand all of them, right?
Yeah,
But when I first came here, it was difficult for me to understand. Um, I think like the what is it called? The Northeast accent. That was hard for me
okay.
to understand. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Because it
was
was
gonna
super
say that
different.
Northeast totally.
Yeah, and people, even like people from São Paulo and like Brazilians complain about the Northeast accent. So imagine for a foreigner, it's even harder.
Yeah, totally. Carla falou, it's basically you mean. Yeah,
It
almost.
did. It's like yamin, like
You
this.
mean?
I'll write it.
You mean? Olha lá, Carla, já anota isso aí. When you're visiting your sister in New York, okay? I'm drinking coffee now. And do you
That's all right.
drink a lot of coffee in New York?
Yeah, yeah. America runs on coffee. We say it. Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, but in Brazil, our coffee is totally different, right? What do you think? Because I think yours your coffee is like a very, very weak coffee.
Yeah, our coffee has more caffeine and less flavor. It's terrible. So if you drink American coffee, I like American coffee just because I'm from America, but objectively, when you compare it to like, good coffee, like Italian coffee, Brazilian coffee, Colombian coffee, it's bad. It's shit. Yeah, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's just for energy only. Like it's only to give energy.
Cool. A Vanusa, oi, teacher. Depois você conta ao Shane um pouquinho da nossa história. Te adoro, cara. Acredita que faltei na aula do curso só para te assistir? Yes, great.
Hey.
Of course. Vanusa, me explica nossa história, eu e você, ou nossa história sobre o curso? Tell me more. Me explica o que você quer
Igor.
falar. In English or in Portuguese? A Vanusa está começando, tá, Shane? Ela está começando a aprender, ela fala, ela entende, mas ela está ainda no começo. Shane, seu canal foi indicação da minha querida teacher Carol. As indicações dela valem ouro. Oh my God!
Ei, que legal!
A Vanusa é a minha aluna mais comprometida ever. Em português. Tá, então, a Vanusa é minha aluna e ela ganhou, olha só, a gente fez uma promoção. Ela já tinha comprado o meu curso online e ela ganhou 4 aulas comigo. Na promoção, 300 pessoas cadastraram, a Vanusa ganhou. E aí ela tá aprendendo comigo, ela faz aula em escola e começou a não gostar mais da escola, porque a escola foca muito na gramática. Inclusive é uma coisa que a gente vai falar aqui, né? É muito sobre gramática, tal. A escola é muito específica sobre isso. E aí ela começou a ver que ela estava aprendendo expressão e tal, e começou a não entender nas séries. Então ela começou a assistir, sei lá, Friends e tal, e aí ela começou a ver as expressões nas séries e, tipo, foi ficando maravilhada que ela finalmente estava aprendendo inglês.
Oh my God, Friends, melhor seriado do mundo!
Friends, I love it. But you don't like How I Met Your Mother, right? How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, this guy saying Lula livre, vai Corinthians!
Do you know about Vai Corinthians?
Vai Corinthians, eu moro na Zona Leste, Zona Oeste, em São Paulo. Sou corintiano.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Uh,
Guys, do you have any questions? Because I'm gonna ask mine. I was gonna ask you, tell me some local slangs, like from New York, or something very specific from New York.
okay, yeah, I
What
got one.
things?
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot, right? So, like I live in São Paulo, so like there's a lot of São Paulo slangs like meu and su mesmo, like in São Paulo. But in New York, like so you know the general one is what's up. Ah, what's up? Like you like to say what's up. There's also what up, like
What
e
up?
aí. And then in New York we have what's good. What's good?
What's good?
It's like what's
I
good? What's
love that
good?
one.
That's a good one. That's a super New York one. We also say a lot of yo, yo.
Yo,
It's
right.
kind of like it's kind of like meu if you're from São Paulo. Like e aí meu. It's like what's up, yo?
What's up, yo? Cool.
Yeah.
No. And what about, do you like Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
I've never watched it, but a lot of my students recommend it to me. Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. I love it. And it's totally, totally. Actually, lots of accents, but they
Sure.
are they are very specific from New York and Brooklyn and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's awesome, but
Brooklyn
it's
is cool.
hard to understand, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn is tough. Brooklyn is one of the five boroughs, which is zona. Like it's one of the
Mm-hmm.
five boroughs of New York City. And it's really big. It's where Jay-Z is from, Beyonce's
Yeah.
husband. Notorious B.I.G., the really famous rapper from the 90s, Biggie Smalls. And it's a really cool place. But yeah, the accent's difficult. It's tough, tough.
Yeah, it's a very hard accent. And actually, I have now a question. Fernando is asking, okay,
Okay,
what do
Fernando.
you think about Brazilian English? Like Brazilians speaking English?
It depends. It depends, right? I mean, some Brazilians have excellent English, like you, Carol. You have really good English, and then some Brazilians don't. I mean, it's the same in America. Like, if you ask me about American people's Spanish, for example, it's like, I
It
mean,
depends.
yeah, it depends. Most people don't speak it, right? Most people speak English, but some people speak Spanish. Some people speak Spanish. If the question is about that accent, that's a different question because there is this very specific accent in Brazil.
Yeah, yeah, it
Like
is about it.
I now when I hear someone speak in English, I can say, oh, this person speaks Spanish. This person speaks Mandarin. This person speaks Portuguese. Like I can identify their mother language. Yeah, it's very unique, the Portuguese accent, Brazilian
Yeah,
accent. Yeah.
because we have some things like, for example, it is very, very hard not to say E at the end of the
Yes.
word, like
Yeah.
Facebook,
Or it's Facebook, or like for example, hatch. Oh, look at my hatch.
hatch, yes,
Hatch. Yeah,
Angie, like something like this,
the
and
extra
Angie,
syllable.
yeah,
Right.
that is a thing. It happens because it's our
Nah,
language,
that's
right?
cool.
Let's see.
As long as you can understand, that's the most important part, right? That's like number one for anyone who is studying English. As long as the person knows what you are saying, you are speaking the language. That's it. If you don't have to sound like a native, you don't have to be super advanced, you don't have to speak super fast, but if they understand what you're saying, you're speaking the language. The end.
That's it. I totally agree with that. Totally. I think that's it. And now I'm gonna guys, do you have some questions? Yara, hello. Oi, teacher Fernanda. Yara é minha aluna, my student too. Okay.
I
Uh
think they're all like, "Oh my God, gringo. Oh my God."
yeah. Oh my god, he's speaking very fast.
Sorry, I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down.
Oh no, you have to speak naturally. So
Okay.
tell us your favorite sport. So I think you're a big fan of soccer already, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
I will be honest. I say that I'm a Corintiano just to make the Palmeirenses very angry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't actually. I'm actually. So I don't know if you. I think you know Carol, but I don't know if everyone knows this. but soccer is not really like football. Football is not very common in America. It's not very popular. So I never played it really. I never watched it. So my favorite sport, um, probably is baseball. I really like baseball. I'm super American, I know, for liking baseball.
Yeah,
I
totally.
when I was a kid, I played baseball until for a long time, and then basketball too is cool. I played a lot of tennis. I like tennis. That's a little more international, right? Tennis.
Yeah,
Um, but
I
yeah,
don't like.
baseball's cool. I like baseball. I have my Yankee hat. I got my Yankee hat right over here. Hold on.
Oh,
I gotta represent.
cool. Oh,
This is my
baseball. There
Yankee.
are so many. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There are so many expressions that come from baseball, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's a home run. That idea was a home run.
Oh my gosh, yes, totally. Because I was taking a look once, to record a video about sports, like expressions that come from sport, and then baseball all the time. All the expressions.
Yeah, no, we have a lot. Our especially in America. Oh, this is my friend Amir. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum.
Hello,
Kifak,
Samir.
kifak.
Amir.
Marhaba, marhaba. It's just like hello, how are you in Arabic.
Cool. I don't know. I don't know that stuff. And what's your favorite kind of music?
My favorite kind of music it's gonna I'm gonna have to probably say like heavy metal. I really like heavy metal, like intense rock. I like progressive rock. Like let me think of some Brazilian things. I like Brazilian bands. I like Sepultura.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Um,
I don't.
I, I'm not a big fan of Amonas, to be honest with you, but I mean there's some classic songs that everybody likes.
Totally.
Um, and what else? Yeah, I really like rap from the East Coast. Not necessarily from New York, but it could be New York or Philadelphia or Boston or whatever these areas. I think rap from the East Coast is really cool, but that's about it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and there is a big difference between like East Coast, like when it comes to rap. I don't know that actually.
Yeah, there's a big battle between East Coast and West Coast ever since the Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls from who
Okay.
was from the East Coast and Tupac from the West Coast. They had
Okay.
like a
That
fight.
name I know, Tupac.
Yeah, so this was like the East Coast. This is New York versus California, and there was this battle between East Coast, West Coast rap, and there's a different style, different sound. You know, it's like sertanejo versus pagode. It's like similar, but it's different at the same time. Like some people prefer one, other people prefer the other. Some people like both. I like both, but I prefer the East Coast. Yeah.
And what about Brazilian music? Which kind of
Um,
hair do you like best?
I gotta be honest with you. Like these days, I'm not really listening to a lot of music in general, like even American music. But I really like I said, I really like Sepultura. I really like Nachi Hoots. I really like Nachi Hoots a lot. I think that's an amazing band. Um, what
Nachi
else?
Roots is very cool.
Nachi Hoots is super cool. I'm not a big fan of. By the way, oh no, okay, your image froze, but it's back. I'm not a big fan of Brazilian funk. I'll be honest with you. Oh, I think maybe we're having some technical difficulties. We lost your audio, your sound. Where did Teacher Carol go? She disappeared. Yeah, same. I can see you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Funk is not music. No, Instagram. What the hell, man? Está cortando. Okay. maybe we should restart the live. Hmm, that's crazy. Yeah, let's restart. Okay.
É a minha, não é, né? Vamos ver agora. Oi, gente, me avisem agora se tá pegando. Shane, tá dando pra ouvir agora? Falem que sim, que não. Gente, a live vai ficar em duas partes, mas não tem problema que vocês ganharam mais tempo, né? Yes, great. Eu não
Que
sei.
bosta, mano!
Que bosta, mano. Parou aqui, o negócio parou, de repente eu travei, daí eu voltei e não voltou o som. Ai, que loucura.
Crazy.
Hello, oi, Yara, oi, Vandriane, todo mundo tá voltando, vamos lá. Vamos esperando. We were talking about music, I remember that.
Yes.
Ok, hello, Carla. Agora sim, gente, thank God. Vamos lá, todo mundo volta, hein, gente? Todo
Come on,
mundo volta.
guys. Let's go. Boca suja, desculpa.
Cool. Vamos lá. Deixa todo mundo voltar. Gente, volta aí que a live travou, mas já estamos de volta aqui, tudo na normalidade. Vamos ver. So, we're talking about music. Tell me more.
Okay, music. So Brazilian music. Yeah, I like I said, I like Sepultura. I like Nath Roots a lot. Uh, Thank you, Carla. That's a really nice. Mano was cool. Thanks. Uh, I don't really like Brazilian funk. I'm not a big fan. Uh, I'm not a big fan of sertanejo. I will explain something about sertanejo. I have a love-hate relationship with sertanejo. It's like this. I like the sound of the music. The sound of the music is really cool. I like the sound of the accordion and the uh I forgot the name in English. Violon, acoustic
Oh,
guitar. I
the
like the
guitar.
acoustic guitar. It's really cool. And but the lyrics are not really my style, right? Like the lyrics, like, "Oh my God, she left me. She cheated on me." It's too much. It's too much sofrência for me. I'm not really into it.
Oh, but you know all the words. It's awesome. Like sofrência. And you know,
Sofrência. Yeah, it's like it's the same story every single song, and I'm like, ah. But there's music like that in America too. Like R&B music is like that. It's like it sounds really cool. I like the way it sounds, and the singers are sometimes really amazing. But the lyrics are just the same thing. Oh, he cheated on me. You don't need me no more. Okay, like I'm an independent woman. Like it's all right. It's just that it's the same thing all the time.
I know. A Carla falou, you need to listen Tom Jobim, Elis Regina, Gonzaguinha e Toquinho. I agree.
Tom
Yeah,
Jobim is I like bossa nova very much. I like bossa nova very much. Chico Buarque is amazing.
it
I'm a
is.
big
It is.
fan, big fan. Um, my father is a big fan of bossa nova too. I don't think he's in this live, but anyway, yeah, he's a big fan of it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful type of music. Brazilian music is beautiful. It's just some of it I like better than others. You know, same as American. Like there's sometimes there's my father. Look, oh, that's my dad right there.
Hello! I love
Hey,
Bossa
Dad.
Nova. Jobim is fabulous. Oh, that's awesome.
What's up, Dad? Everyone say hi to my dad. Hi, Larry.
Oh,
Hi,
Larry.
Dad.
Hi, Larry.
Hi,
Uh,
Dad.
pronunciation first, nunca. Polly. Polly asked, I love American country music. Do you think this kind of music sounds like sertanejo? What do you
Um,
think, Shane?
I think American music sounds like sertanejo. Is this the question?
Yeah, like
Um,
country music.
oh, like my dad is saying, he likes the song Águas de Março very much.
Oh,
That's
that's
my dad's favorite song.
one of my favorite ever, like Águas de Março.
Yeah, he
Elis
loves that one.
Regina sing.
My dad plays the guitar, and he was learning a couple months ago how to play us. I think it was that song. I think it was Águas de Março. He was learning how to play that. But the video that he found that he was learning how to play it was in Portuguese. So he called me, and we did a live call, and I translated what the guy was saying. Like, okay, you got to put your fingers here. You got to do this here. It was cool. It was cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, because
Um,
of course, Brazilian would teach that, right?
yeah, for
Hi,
sure. Not.
Trinidad. Oh, Yara is telling you that you should listen to Skunk,
Skunk.
Titãs,
Okay.
and Jota Quest. It's
Jota
awesome.
Quest, no. Jota Quest is it's Brazilian. It's MPB, isn't it?
Yeah, no, no, actually, it's like a Brazilian rock.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but it's not the heavy rock that you like. It's
Okay,
different.
okay. Cool.
It's a different one, but it is so cool. Skunk is really, really cool.
All
Really,
right, we'll check it
good
out.
one for you. Hi, Sassy. Sassy lives in the UK, so
Cool.
yes, she has some problems with the accent.
Same. I also have some problems with the accent in the UK.
Yeah, because it is really hard, right? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's super
gosh.
different, super different. No, so the question was if sertanejo sounds like American music or if no, it's pretty unique. It's pretty unique for me. I before coming to Brazil, I never heard that sound before. Um, yeah, that's like a really Brazilian sound for sure.
Yeah, I agree. But I love country music, like Blake Shelton. I really love him. He's great. But he is like sofrência. Oh, she left me, and then
Me, me,
the
me, me,
same
me,
thing.
me, me, me. Yeah.
What kind of music's more popular where you live, right? Where you live.
Yeah. What kind of music is more popular? I guess it's probably a combination of rock and roll and rap. Rap is pretty common. The closer you go to the city, I think rap is a little more popular. It also depends on the age of the person that you're asking. Younger people, like, I don't know, 35 or younger, probably would prefer like rap and rock and stuff like that. And then, but I think in New York, the most common style of music, or the most popular rather, the most popular style of music in America is country music. Um, and but in New York, it's not very common. It's generally like the rest of the country that really likes it. It's not so common in New York.
Yeah, I know what you mean because I remember that. But what about like pop music, like you
Yeah,
know,
I think pop
they
music is
listen
kind of like
to that
universally.
a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Really,
universally
very.
popular.
Like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift and
Yeah.
this kind of thing. I remember listening that all the time.
They're popular like for everyone. Usually the people who listen to pop music it's usually like the younger generation, like 20 or younger. After that it's kind of you pop is like the kind of music that it's accessible to everybody. It's like it sounds nice, it's simple, it's easy. And then you later in life you discover what kind of music you really like, I think. That's what pop music is for.
Of course, yes. Hello, Clayton. Hello, Ana. Todo mundo meus alunos, ó. Hey, guys, para quem
Hey.
está agora, we are interviewing Shane. And Carol told us Blake Shelton's Austin is amazing. Oh, I love that song. And Vandriani loves Blake Shelton. What is your best memory
My best
from?
memory from a concert, like from a music concert, maybe. Like I think
Yeah,
my
I
my
get
my favorite concert that I ever went to definitely was in 2007. I remember very clearly was Linkin Park. I saw Linkin Park at Madison Square Garden in New York City. That was amazing, amazing. Yeah,
Oh, they are awesome, right? Um,
super. Yeah.
do they have a band? I don't know. Is
So
it
I
Spanish?
don't know. I hate to be the one that to tell you this, but unfortunately, in 2016 or seven, I think it's 2017. No, 16. The lead singer Chester, he committed suicide.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember.
So unfortunately, they don't have. But when I saw them, it was Linkin Park in 2007, and also at the end, Jay-Z came out, which was really cool because Jay-Z and Linkin Park have an album together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 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 they have an album together, so that was an amazing experience. That was the best concert I've been to for sure.
And do you like Jay-Z?
Yeah, yeah, he's okay. It's not really my style. He's like a storyteller kind of rapper. He's not really um he doesn't really do it for me. But I respect him. I mean, he's from the state that I'm from, so that's cool. Like
Okay.
yeah, 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 for sure.
But people love him there.
Yeah, he knew Jay-Z is popular. Yeah, yeah, Jay-Z is pretty popular. He doesn't make a lot of music anymore, to be honest.
Yeah.
He basically like I don't know. He doesn't make a lot of music, but he is involved in a lot of things. Like he owns a basketball team. He owns the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh
So that's
my
really
God. He
cool.
owns
Yeah,
New York, right?
he's
He
yeah,
owns
he's an
New York.
entrepreneur. Yeah,
I,
bro. So there's two teams. There's two basketball teams in New York. There's uh the New York Knicks, who are like really terrible, like historically really terrible, and then the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are super. They're better. They're not like good, but they're a lot better.
okay. And then
Yeah.
he owns one of them.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's cool. And what about John Mayer? I actually I know just one song. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Não vou mentir. Oh my gosh, no, not a problem again. Hey guys, can you listen? Yeah, The End is very famous. The End, the name of the song, right? O Shane deu uma travadinha. Voltou. Hello, Shane. Hi. Gente, travou para todo mundo aí? Todo mundo tá me ouvindo? Falem aí. Estão me vendo, me ouvindo? Vamos ver se é a minha live. Acho que é o Shane. Ah, problemas, né? Estão me vendo? Tá me vendo, né? Manda corações aí. Ah, então tá bom. A Ana tá mandando coração aqui. Eu tô entendendo que tá todo mundo me vendo ele de novo. Yes. Vamos lá, ele vai entrar de novo, no problem. Hello! Yes, ele vai entrar. Ele vai me chamar aqui, com certeza. Guys, falem aí, ó. Eu tenho uma listinha de várias perguntas para o Shane. Aproveitem agora o momento. Monta suas perguntas pro Shane, que ele vai responder tudo em inglês. Pessoal que está entrando agora, aproveitando essa saidinha aqui do Shane. Estou fazendo uma live com o Shane e ele é American. Ele está respondendo tudo em inglês. E aí a gente tá aí fazendo essa live. Deixa eu chamar ele aqui de novo. Deixa eu chamar ele, vamos ver se ele já voltou aqui em inglês com. Eu travei primeiro, depois ele. Mas, gente, não teve uma live que eu não fiz com alguém. Isso é uma coisa que o Instagram deveria melhorar. Que a pessoa cai ou acontece alguma coisa assim, sempre. Eu tô vendo um monte de aluno meu aqui. Oi, Cleiton. Oi, Felipe. Oi, Phil. Tudo bem? Olha o Phil. Tá perguntando um monte de coisa. That's awesome. Long time no see. O Shane mandou aqui pra mim. A internet caiu. Ah, peraí. Deixa eu falar pra ele me chamar. Me chama de novo. Deixa eu ver, deixa eu chamar ele aqui, gente. Gente, vamos montando as perguntas para ele aí. Não é sempre, né, que a gente pode treinar o listening aqui. Pronto. Já mandei um request para ele. Vamos ver. Deixa eu mandar aqui. Yes, acho que agora vai. Hey guys, me too, Phil. Long time no see, hein? Quanto tempo?
I'm sorry. It was great. The internet just fell. I don't know, or disconnected.
No worries. No worries.
I'm back.
And no worries. I remember when I went to New York, everybody that I said, for example, thank you, no worries. Do you think this is like a New York thing? Like, no worries?
It maybe now it is, yeah. Like we would say, I guess where I'm from, like we used to say, it's all good, it's all good. That's
It's
another thing
all
we would
good.
say. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Like thank you so much. Ah, it's all good, no problem, it's all good, like that.
no
But no
problem.
worries, yeah, no worries is like a international thing now, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, in California, it was sure. Sure thing. Sure.
Sure thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot. Anyway, Linkin Park is the best. Phil told us. Uh, in the end, it's the first song I loved. I love.
Oh, in the end is an amazing song. It's an amazing, amazing song. The lyrics are amazing. The songs are the music rather is amazing. That's a great song.
Vamos ver quem mais perguntou. What is the most popular, famous Brazil? Ah, okay. Famous person in Brazil.
I don't
Do you
understand that.
know that?
Who is the most famous person in Brazil?
Deixa eu tentar entender a pergunta.
Oh, maybe like outside of Brazil, who is the most famous Brazilian?
Yes, outside of, I think that's it. Is it correct, Felipe? Let me know. Like,
The most famous Brazilian outside of Brazil, probably either it's Neymar
oh,
or
it is Neymar.
or maybe Gisele Bündchen.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I love her.
She's really famous in America. I mean, she's famous in the whole world because she's a very successful like model. Yeah, but her husband is like the most famous, best athlete ever in America ever. So yeah, and I hate Tom Brady because he represents
Ui, deu
Boston
uma
and there's a
travadinha, vai
rivalry.
voltar, vai voltar. Voltou.
Volto, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So Tom Brady is like the most popular athlete. I'm not a big fan of his team, which is the New England Patriots. They're from Boston, but you got to respect it. You got to respect it.
Yeah, right. I love Giselle, honestly. And they say Giselle Bunchen, right? And
Bunchen. Yeah, I think well, her last name is German. I think it'd be Bunchen is the way you're supposed
yeah,
to say it, but
here we say Gisele Bündchen. But
Bunchen.
anyway, I really, really like her. She's like a special person, you know. She cares about the planet and environment. I love her.
Right,
She
she's cool.
is not just, you know, a supermodel and stuff. Sassy is saying, I hear on the street, it's all right. Oh, cool. It's all right. Thank you. It's all right. In the UK, right? No Reino Unido, né? What is the difference between Brazilian guys and New Yorker guys?
New Yorker guys are cool. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. There's not a difference. I guess the only difference is like language.
Yeah,
Um, Guys are guys. I don't know. Guys are guys. I think that Brazilian guys are a little nicer. They're a little more polite.
oh, yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
agree
yeah,
with
yeah.
that.
New Yorker
Because,
guys are, and I'm not me because I've been living outside of New York for such a long time, I guess, but New Yorkers are technically, they're known for being a little cold. Yeah, a little like short, we'd say.
totally. I agree with that. Do you like Friends series, TV series Friends? Do you like? Oh, he loves
Not
it.
much, not
Oh,
much. Nah.
uh, I love it. Okay, I love it. No problem.
Just let me hide my friend's tattoo real quick. Sorry, hang on. Yeah. Nah, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan.
I know, but you like Seinfeld, right?
Seinfeld's amazing. Yeah, Seinfeld's like the best TV. I think the best like comedy TV series ever. Yeah, but that's just an opinion.
Yeah, and my opinion is like Friends. I used to
That's cool.
listen to Michael's music a lot to practice the contractions.
Nice.
Michael Jackson, you mean? Carla, let
I
us
mean,
know.
like you using music to practice contractions, to practice any kind of English is nice. I mean, that's always a good thing to practice to do. I learned a lot of like slang in Portuguese from funk, so I guess that makes sense.
Oh my gosh, so you
Yeah,
learned a lot of bad words.
a
Anyway,
lot.
what is your best TV series? Your favorite one, Shane?
My
Is
favorite
is it
TV series.
Seinfeld?
So Seinfeld is definitely my favorite like comedy
Comedy?
TV series for sure. Yeah. In like ever, my favorite ever is maybe Game of Thrones. I really, really like. My wife and I both really like Game of Thrones a lot. That's an amazing show.
Me
Um,
too. I
That's a great show.
but did you finish? Did you
Oh
finish
yeah, come on,
it?
of course.
Yeah, but how did you like the end? How did you guys like the end? I didn't.
Uh, yeah,
I
like
hated
I'll say this. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was good either. I thought it was kind of like, it's not so great. People were saying, "Oh, I hated it. It was the worst." And I don't think it was horrible, but it definitely could have been better. Yeah, for sure, it could have been
for
better.
sure better. Come
Yeah,
on. It was like the best series ever, and then at the end, oh my gosh, I was so disappointed. Anyway,
disappointing. Yeah, a little bit disappointing. I agree with that.
what about The Office? I
So
honestly,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've actually never watched The Office. I've never watched a full episode of The Office. I know that there's an American one, and I know that there is a British one. And the British one is the original one, and the American one is the one with Steve Carell. That's like the most famous one now. I've never watched any episode, or no, actually that's not true. I've watched one episode, and I just didn't think it was funny. So, and then whenever I say that to people, I say, "Oh, I watched one episode of The Office. It was not funny." And they say, "Oh, but you need to watch like 4 episodes." And it's like, but I don't want to watch 4 episodes of something to start to like it. If I don't like it after one, maybe two, it's bad. It's a bad show. Like I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, totally. I know what you mean. I like it. Actually, it's okay. It's not like something that I loved and not something that I hated. It's like, okay, I
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
care, you know? And
Cool.
The Big Bang Theory. Oh, I love The Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory is pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, everything that is cool is ending now. Anyway,
True.
hello,
That is true.
Matey. Hi, Matey. A Matey também é
Hi,
meu lindo.
people.
So, guys, if you want to ask Shane something, The Good Place is amazing. I
The
love
Good
it.
Place. My wife watches The Good Place. Yeah, I've watched a couple episodes with her. It seems pretty nice. It seems pretty good. Yeah.
La Casa de Papel.
Hey, matey. Hi.
For
La
all
Casa
of
de
them. Love.
Papel is very, very good. Yes.
And Shane, what is your favorite book?
Oh, my favorite book. Damn.
Calma aí,
That's
peraí, vamos voltar na série. Wait up.
okay.
Felipe Stelling, tell me about one thing that represents Brazil, like Carnival and Yara
Uh,
is saying that she loves Gracie and Frankie. Me too. I love that series.
I guess so. There's two kinds of questions. Is what represents Brazil really, and what represents Brazil out like what do
Outside,
people
right?
think? Yeah, because they're not the same.
No, they're
Um, what really, really for me, what really represents Brazil is a passion for the culture. There's a lot of passion and a lot of love in the culture, um, and also I guess
friendly
the
people.
really friendly people, really good food, a really big curiosity for learning. Like almost every Brazilian that I meet is taking some kind of extra course and doing this and that in their free time. And on Saturday mornings I wake up and I go to university. Like 45-year-old men go. You know what I mean? There's this eagerness to always be learning.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome. Thank you for
yeah,
that. I agree.
For for sure. No, you guys do that way more than any other country that I know about for sure. Like that's something. And also you guys are you guys are very warm. I think you guys are really known for being warm. Now the other question, what are you guys known for outside of Brazil? It's like Carnaval, Bunda, and favela. That's it. Which is
That's it.
stupid.
I
It's just
know.
the ignorance of the world, but it's not your fault. It's not your fault for sure.
It is not. And people say like, "Do you live in the jungle?"
Yeah, are there like monkeys and birds in the street and like, it's like, come on, man. Like, although, okay, I will tell you a funny story. So
Does it
when
snow? I remember. Does it snow a lot in Brazil? And I was like,
that's a fair question though. Because people don't
yeah,
know. Like, does it snow like in the south of Brazil?
yeah, maybe you're
Maybe. Like, yeah. Uh, but one thing. So I think it's super funny. We have this idea that people think that Brazil is the jungle and that there's just monkeys in the streets and there's animals everywhere and da 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 da. Da. Okay, so obviously I came to Brazil and I realized this is not true. Like São Paulo is a city just like New York City, just like Miami. It's a city. It's a city. But after a few months of being here, we went to the countryside, and I don't know if you know, in New York we have a lot of squirrels, which is esquilo, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
They are
squirrels
so
running around.
cute.
Yeah, there's a lot of squirrels running around the streets, and sometimes they run on the telephone wires, like the connections for the telephone or electricity. We went to the city here in São Paulo, and I saw little monkeys running on the telephone wires, and I was like, Brazil is so crazy. There's no squirrels, but there's monkeys, like little monkeys that look like squirrels almost. It's so cool. Anyway,
I know.
uh, yeah, so those are the things. I mean, Brazil's awesome. You guys have a very, very great country. I love it here.
Okay, a famous person that you would like to know, to meet face to face.
A Brazilian person or American person? I mean, American person. I would love to meet Jim Carrey. He's like, always love Jim Carrey.
Same here.
Yeah, he's like one of one of my favorite people in general. Like he's just an amazing character. And then
He
Brazilians,
lost
like I don't
it.
know.
I remember he losing it. Like he lost it, you know. He went like, do you remember that interview that he was very crazy? And I remember that he was going through some stuff, but then
Yes.
he's okay nowadays, I guess. But
Oh
I
no, I didn't know
really do
this.
love him. Yes, I really do love him.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had like an existential crisis, they say, right? Like he started
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I think so. Maybe a little. I've heard a little bit of depression, maybe depression. I don't know.
no, that
Katy
sucks.
Perry. Yara is saying that. Yara says that she would like to meet Katy Perry.
Katy Perry would be cool. That's a good one. That's a good one. I respect that.
Yeah, and Zeca Pagodinho from Brazil.
Yeah, I'm trying. I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, actually, a Brazilian guy I would really like to meet is I would really like to meet Celton Melo. I think that he's very cool.
He's very cool.
Celton Melo is really, really cool. Yeah.
Elvis, yes, totally. I think from the US, I don't know actually. It's something that I have to think about. Like
Oh,
maybe
Wagner Moura. Wagner Moura is another one I want to meet. Sorry.
Wagner Moura, yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Same here, same here. Like, but in Brazil, Zeca Pagodinho is someone that I really, really would like to grab a beer, you know, with him
Just to
because
chill with him, right?
he's awesome and like, and I would like to be in a in his house and they were like playing pagode and I'm there. That's a dream, you know.
That's cool.
I really like pagode. I went to his concert and so on.
Do you know why você sabe porque o pagodeiro foi para a igreja?
Não, é ruim, né?
Ele foi pagode. Okay, sorry, let's go.
That's a good one, actually. This is a good one. I like it.
Oh.
Wagner Moura is so cute. And
Yeah,
so
he's amazing.
kind.
Wagner Moura is really, really cool.
Have you heard him speaking in English?
His
Wagner
English
Moura.
is good. His Spanish is amazing.
His Spanish is amazing. His English is good. He's like, he speaks a lot of things. He's really cool.
Your English is better than his English though, for sure, for sure. He
Oh,
speaks. Yeah, he has like good English though. Yeah, for sure.
he has an accent, right? Like, he has to stop and think. I remember his interview in English, but it is a very good English. And I was gonna ask you something, or discuss about learn French or German after English.
Je parle de français aussi. Je
Je
suis
parle un petit peu.
professeur d'anglais. Yeah, my French is merde. Shit.
Yeah. Je parle un petit peu de français, mais c'est très difficile.
Très difficile. Oui, 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 oui.
Eu falo um pouquinho, mas é assim. Não, na verdade eu estudei muitos anos, 5 anos de francês, e depois eu parei. E aí eu esqueci tudo. And then, you know, it
Yeah, you
happens,
just
right?
forgot it. You don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't use, you lose it. German, I have no idea. You know that my grandmother, she used to speak German because my great grandfather was from Germany, but she isn't. She couldn't teach me. You know, she could just listen. She could listen and understand, but she couldn't speak like when she was old. And I was so sad. You know, I was like, Grandma, teach me something. But
Nah, German's got to be cool. German sounds really cool. I just know how to say spreche Sie Deutsch. Do you speak German? That's it. Nein.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Felipe, por que a galinha foi pra missa? Pra ver a missa do galo.
Oh,
Bad one.
very
Cool.
bad.
I like it.
A bad one,
Mas
but a
que
good
mais
one.
o pessoal tá falando aqui? Sorry. Oh,
Okay.
what about a Brazilian person you told me? I am thinking about my person like, oh, maybe if he was alive, of course, I would like to meet Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He was probably an interesting guy to talk to for sure.
Yeah. But like, he was so crazy, and maybe I would like to meet him, but I don't know. Anyway, a lot of I can't think about Nelson Mandela would be.
Yeah. Come on, Nelson Mandela's a good one, of course.
Of course, yes, but they are all bad anyway.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately. And what about your favorite book?
So, favorite book? That's a good question.
You studied literature, so this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. After university, I started to read a lot less because I started to work a lot more. So I had a lot less free. I started like dating, I started traveling, I started doing all this stuff. But in college, I read a lot, like a whole lot. I guess my favorite book or my favorite author? Book was the question, yeah?
Yeah, but
Okay, my favorite book is probably a Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. That's a really good one.
okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Please, because I want to read it. Oh, Yara says that I am Drew Barrymore. Thank you, Yara.
You do look like Drew Barrymore.
You are so cool. Thank you. And what about a portrait of the artist as a young man? I've heard of that one.
This is a super classic, like super classic English book for sure. So if you've read any American literature or British literature, you've heard of this for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that, but I haven't. I'm gonna read it for sure. And
Cool.
what about Toni Morrison?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I respect him for sure.
But I loved her book. Like what is the name? Olho Mais Azul. I read in.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Really.
Not as I don't know much about her, so I'm not gonna say much. But of course, classic, like super classic. Yeah.
What's the best period for learning English in New York? Like how long
listen.
do you have to stay there? 3 months?
It depends on your goal, right? Yeah, it depends on your goal. I mean, the longer the better. The more time, the better.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I would say minimum. Like the better question is like the minimum that you should stay there is 3 months. That's the minimum that you should stay. Minimum. The maximum, it's your choice. If you could do a year, amazing. Because if you can live in New York, my advice for people who do interchange programs is if you do an interchange program, do not make friends with Brazilians. Don't do this. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. You're going to speak Portuguese. You're going to speak Portuguese. It's a fact. So you're going to spend a lot. You're going to spend like 20,000 reais, and you're going to go to another country on the other side of the planet to experience a new culture, new language, new food, everything, and you're just going to speak in Portuguese. Just stay in Brazil. Don't do that. So if you do it, go there, because in 3 months, if you speak only in English, you will learn a ridiculous amount of stuff, for sure. Like, you will learn a lot.
I agree. Yeah. And really cool. Oh, what about Brazilian book? A Brazilian book that you like?
I have read like no Brazilian, like famous Brazilian literature. I've read like a lot of nonfiction psychology books and sociology books and stuff like that. So nothing that's like famous. But but it's on my to-do list for sure. I like no doubt it's on my to-do list to read like the classics of Brazil.
Oh,
For sure.
yes, you
Yeah.
have to. But they are really hard, when it
Yeah,
comes
no,
to
I know
words.
they're tough. The vocabulary
You'll
is really hard.
see. But I think now you can handle it. But you'll see, it's really hard. So it's the bus.
My wife said that even for Brazilians it's pretty hard. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge for me for sure. I'm going to have to have like a dictionary close to me while I'm reading.
Totally. And I'm gonna, if you want my advice, I would tell you that you have to read Memórias Póstumas de Brás Cubas. This is
That's actually on my list. I have it on my list on my computer.
Yeah, but for me, but anyway,
Okay.
I work in Brazil in McDonald's. What do you think about the McDonald's hamburger in New York?
Yeah, listen, I'll say McDonald's is 99% the same in every country.
Yeah.
It's not that much of there's some specific sandwiches that are different. Like the Mac Cheddar does not exist in America. The Big Picanha does not exist in America, obviously. But I mean, listen, Big Mac, cheeseburger, quarter pounder. What is the quarter? Quarteirão? Is that the quarter pounder here?
Yes.
Uh, the quarter pounder, like it's all the same. Big and tasty is the same. There's no difference. I will say, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I love Brazil, but I prefer McDonald's here. I don't eat McDonald's very often, but I like it here a little better.
Yeah, me neither. I don't eat because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't.
You're a vegetarian in the barbecue country of the world. Are you crazy? So you just eat queijo coalho all the time and pão de alho. That's all you eat.
Yes. Oh my gosh, barbecue is like nightmare nowadays. Ah,
Oh no. Wait, is this a new decision or you've been a vegetarian for a long time?
for 2 years.
Damn, that's my father. I don't know if my dad is still in the chat, but he's been a vegetarian for 45 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Yes,
maybe
I
more,
love your
maybe more. I don't
father.
know. Yeah, yeah, he's a cool guy.
No, yeah, but actually, I intend to be vegan someday. But
Wow.
it's a work in progress. You know what I mean? Work in progress.
All right,
To
I
be honest,
respect that.
friend, me, one person went to foreign country and told pizza made of iron is absolutely great.
Like better than the
And
pizza in your country.
oh, I don't know, but
So you're
pizza
saying
is
that
really
told me that the pizza, that Iranian pizza is better than pizza in our country. I don't know, man. I gotta be honest. I've never been to Iran, and I don't know much about Iranian. I just know that you guys speak Farsi, and that's it. And you know how to read
yeah,
and write Arabic.
same here. But pizza in Brazil is awesome.
Yeah,
Sorry.
pizza in São Paulo is really, really. I've only had it in São Paulo and Rio, and it's delicious. New York is the best, though. Sorry, I mean, but I will talk about that some other time.
No, no way. We have to disagree now. No way.
All right, that's fine.
And okay, what do you think it is the hardest thing about learning Portuguese? And then
Mm.
after you answer me about learning English, okay?
Okay, the hardest thing to learn about Portuguese probably is the pronunciation is really hard. Um, and I would say that the conjugations so many different conjugations to learn. I already spoke Spanish before I came to Brazil. Um, and I studied Spanish in New York for a long time, and I used to speak a lot of Spanish, so I already had the concept of a Latin language in my head. So I knew, okay, there's a lot of conjugations, there's a lot of like masculine, feminine things you need to memorize and all this stuff, which is really annoying. But I would say for a foreigner, let's say a foreigner who has no experience with Latin, like Latin languages, the hardest parts are masculine, feminine, everything like nouns,
Now,
and the list of conjugations for sure. Those are like the hardest things. And then after that, what makes Portuguese kind of unique, I think, is the pronunciation is really hard. There's a lot of different vowel sounds that you need to like be like avô, avó. Like there's things that you need to be aware of
Oh,
that
but
are
you can
really hard.
take, for example, say no,
Say what?
no,
No,
no, no, no.
no, no.
You can say that. American people can't. But you
Now.
can,
Yeah.
yeah, they say now, now.
Now.
Pão de queijo.
But I noticed that in Portugal, a lot of they say kind of like now, right?
Yeah. But we
They
have a
say like
nasal thing going on.
organização in Portugal.
Yeah, but we have a nasal thing going on,
Right, right. In Brazil, for sure. Yeah. No, this so I have a funny story. So
Go
when I first
ahead. We're listening. We
when
are
I
all
first
here.
when I first came, I told you when I first came to São Paulo, I didn't speak any Portuguese at all, like absolutely nothing. So I went to the padaria and
Okay.
I went to I went to order some food and I said, "Olá, eu quero pão francês, por favor." And I said, and the guy was like, pão francês, bem escurinho. And he was like, what? He was like, o que, cara? O que você tá falando? Não entendi. And I just repeated, so I was trying, I ordered a pão francês, quentinho, escurinho. Muito bom. Like, I was like, very embarrassing time.
And the guy was like, what? What the hell?
Yeah, the guy was like, huh? So then my wife later explained to me, so there's a difference between pau and pão. It's very important for you to like differentiate,
I love this story. It's the best one ever. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was an embarrassing one. I've had those moments, but I really think that, that shame, like not my name, but like the word for vergonha is like shame is the thing that can motivate us a lot to learn languages. If you make a mistake and someone looks at you like, huh? Like what? Or they don't understand you, you can use that as motivation to practice. Like, for example, I never want people to, I never want to say pau francês ever again, so I'm going to really practice this nasal sound. Like, this was my motivation. And now, okay, yes, I have an accent when I speak, but you can understand everything that I say. There's no problem. It's not funny. It's not like, what? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's just motivation. That's the motivation, is to not be embarrassed, to not make an asshole out of yourself, basically.
So, that's so true, right? Because when we speak English or something like that, and I always say that to my student, come on, you are speaking English. You're trying. Like, don't be ashamed.
Oh, for sure. Come on.
Like this. People are gonna
Something
help
that's
you.
important is that you have to understand something, is that if you're learning English, and if you're like basic or intermediate in English, you are going to speak bad English in the beginning. It's just a fact. You're going to speak wrong. You're going to speak with an accent. You're going to say stuff like pau francês. You're going to say ridiculous things that are like, huh? It's going to happen. And after you learn English, correct English, you're going to have an accent. Like, you're going to have an accent no matter what you do. Unless you start learning the language when you're 3 years old, you're going to have an accent. So you have to accept this. It's just going to happen. Like, your English, super advanced, amazing. You can teach it. You like are really, really good, really, really fluent. You have an accent. My Portuguese, I have an accent. Every language that I have that I speak that's not English, I have an accent, and that's just always what it's going to be. So
yeah. And people are gonna, for example, you start speaking and then they go like, where are you from?
yeah, exactly, exactly. No, and the best moment is when I'm speaking to someone in Portuguese. Sometimes this does not happen a lot, but sometimes people ask me where in Brazil I'm from, and I'm like, oh, let's go. Yeah, it's cool. It's like Zona Lost, porra. Oh, Corinthians. Yeah, like I feel really cool about myself when that happens.
I know. That's awesome. And then, this like, oh my gosh, happens to me a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Mesmo nativos falam errado às vezes.
True.
Yeah, true story. Actually, it depends on where the person is from is like a lot of mistakes, right, Shane? I
Yes.
remember that, like, you don't do nothing. Some things like that, it's a lot, you know?
Right, for sure.
Actually, I don't know if it depends on where the person is from. I think it's more like if the person wants to speak it correctly or if the person doesn't care. What do you think?
Okay, can you repeat the question? It cut the audio for 1 second.
Okay, like it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter where the person is from. Like maybe she just wants to speak English perfectly and like, you know, all the
Yeah,
core rules. But it's like in Portuguese, we don't care. We
right.
don't
No, it's
care, right?
honestly we want everybody's goal when they're learning a new language is they want to speak that language comfortably. They want to just be comfortable with speaking it. They want to relax
Yeah,
while they speak. They don't want to have to think all the time and have to like ask questions like, "Ah, how do you say that word?" They want to just be relaxed, and that's what being fluent is. So you don't have to be a native to be fluent, right? You don't that's not that's fake news. Fake news. Anybody who says that the only people who are fluent is natives, they're wrong. That's incorrect.
yeah, incorrect. Mm-hmm. They asked me if I'm Brazilian. Okay, yes. Actually, what happened to me in the US was, I don't remember, are you from Russia? And I was like, no.
All right.
They didn't know I was, but then I started like, you know, that's cool. And oh, you're from Latin America. Yeah, I
And then you
know.
started singing like an Anita song, and they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, now we know where
Okay,
you're
Brazil.
from." Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Anita, she is very popular too in the US, right?
I think yeah, she's getting more and more popular. Yeah, for sure.
When I went there in 2018, she was like rocking it. I
Yeah,
started to
she's
learn
cool.
English. I started to learn English when I was 3 years old. My pronunciation is perfect. Oh, everybody asks if I am Brazilian. Carla, maybe because you have an accent. Even when you started learning, like, because there is a thing, native like people. Do you know what I mean, Shane?
Yeah,
Like, for example, if you have Americans parents and then they speak to you all the time in English and this kind of stuff,
yeah.
and it's a
It's about
different thing.
how much do you use the English? Yeah, that's the question. Because you can learn it when you're 3, but if you speak Portuguese 95% of your time, yeah,
That's it.
your Portuguese is going to be native and your English is not.
Yeah. And then it happens like native like people, they, for example, they live in Brazil and everybody, friends and stuff, and people from school, they
Uh-huh.
speak Portuguese. But then when they are in their house with their parents and stuff, they speak English. And
Yeah, yeah,
then
yeah.
kind of people, and they, children mix it up, all of it, but they can speak both fluently and perfectly, and you can't notice. You know, I have a
That's super
cousin
cool.
that she's not, she's like not my cousin, you know, but she's family. And
Okay.
it happened to her. She's from the UK, but her mother spoke just in Portuguese with her, and her Portuguese is like perfect. You know, she
Wow, that's
doesn't
really
have an
cool.
accent.
That's cool.
She doesn't have an accent.
Sounds like a
And you
Brazilian, yeah.
listen to her and you say, oh, where in Brazil are you from? You know?
And she's like, I'm actually not. Yeah.
Yeah. And she is from,
This is our goal. We have this goal, my wife and I, is that we want to like when the kid is growing up, when our kids are growing up, I will speak in English to the kids, and she will speak in Portuguese to the kids. You
that's
know,
awesome.
so because it's like yeah, like my wife speaks amazing English. You know, I have good Portuguese and all that stuff, but I don't want my kids to learn my Portuguese accent. You know, I want them to learn hers because she's a native. She's from here, so it's just better.
And what about your wife? Does she speak a perfect English?
Her English is excellent. Yeah, it's really good. Perfect. Like I don't know. I mean, no, she doesn't sound like a native, There are some times where I say this to her sometimes. There's some times when she's speaking in English that it's like impossible to even know that she's not American. She sounds like she's an American. And then every once in a while she'll say a word or a phrase, or she'll like misuse a preposition, like she'll say in instead of on or something, and it's like, okay, it's not a native speaker. But no, her English is amazing, like 90%, 90%, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So we
Yeah.
have a lot of questions. Um, they asked me if I'm Brazilian. O gringo falou, yes, I know, gringo paulistano. I love that, gringo paulistano.
The Gringo Polistano, this is a buddy of mine. We became friends through Facebook, actually. His wife contacted me and said, like, oh, my husband is also a gringo, da da da. And
Oh,
speaks
cool.
Portuguese. Yeah. And his Portuguese is
So
also good.
cool. And where is he from?
I believe he said I don't know if he's from Wisconsin, but he lives in Wisconsin in the United States. But he spends a couple months here, and he spends a couple months there. Like he'll live in Brazil for 2 months, and then he'll go back to the States for 2 months. That's his gig.
Oh, and people ask you if you're Brazilian. That's awesome. Then your accent is excellent, because
Must
we
be good.
notice, we notice. Like
Right.
I hear someone and I'm like, okay, this person is not.
Whoop. I sneezed. Sorry.
No worries. I started to learn English. Okay, sorry. I just lost vocabulary because I was not practicing. Yeah, that was
Sure.
exactly
No, practice
what
makes perfect.
we were talking about. They don't believe I'm Brazilian. That's awesome. I'm so feeling, because I can understand. Okay, you're
I think he's feeling happy.
happy, right? I speak Portuguese 95% of the time in Brazil at home. Great.
Cool.
It helps a lot to speak with native speakers. Yes, because Brazilian Portuguese is hard, guys. I can't believe about you guys. You speak so perfectly, and well done, because it is very hard.
It's
And
a hard
like
language, yeah.
past in Portuguese.
Oh,
Eu
it sucks.
trabalhava,
Trabalhei.
trabalhei,
Yeah.
eu fiz, and it changes, everything
Se
changes.
eu trabalhasse,
Se eu
se eu tivesse
trabalhasse,
trabalhado,
se eu tivesse trabalhado,
like,
yes.
oh my God, come on,
Oh
stop
my
it.
gosh, it's a lot.
And I always say this to my students. I'm like, do you think that English is harder than Portuguese? They're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, so
No.
tell me, how do you say tive, had, tinha, had, tivesse, had, tido, had? It's like, oh, okay, so yeah, no, English is maybe a little easier. I don't know.
Yeah, grammarly, yeah. I can understand everything that they are talking, but when I need to speak, I cannot.
That's normal.
Okay. Do you have some tips? Ele está perguntando, Shane.
Okay, so here's a tip that I have for you. If you don't have the money to do an interchange program, and if you don't have any friends in Brazil who are either learning English or already speak English, there's a really cool app. It's a free app called Speaky. I'm going to write it here.
Okay.
Speaky is really cool. What it is it's 100% free. Yes, I'm American. Hi. Speaky is 100% for free. All you need to do is first you choose the language that you are native in. So in the case of you would choose Brazilian Portuguese. And then you choose your language that you want to learn. And then the app automatically connects you with people who want to learn Portuguese that speak English. So you basically do like a language exchange with this person. You can exchange numbers. You can take emails. I'm doing this right now. I am practicing my Spanish once per week with a guy from Ecuador from this app. So we speak like we made an arrangement. We made a deal. Like, oh, okay, during this hour a week, 30 minutes we speak in Spanish, 30 minutes we speak in English for free. You don't have to pay anything, and it's just it's forcing me to use my muscles in my mouth to speak Spanish. And I think that's the best thing you could do. It's free. Really, really good, I think, idea. Check it out.
And you help someone, right? You help someone and you're being
Yeah,
helped.
exactly. And it's like, okay, this is a guy, maybe people who don't have money, because private classes, which I offer private classes, by the way, if anyone is interested, but
Yeah,
private classes are expensive. I know they're expensive, so sometimes we don't have the money for private classes, and sometimes people contact me on Instagram and they say, "Hey Shane, like I really would love to do classes with you, but like, I'm a university student, I'm not working, I don't have money." And I say, "Okay," and I recommend this app to them. It's like the best thing you could do. Obviously, it's not a teacher, it's just a person that speaks the language, so, but it's still cool. It's cool practice. It's good practice.
yeah, totally. And this is a question from one of my students.
Okay.
Tell us a mistake that we Brazilians always make in English.
Oh man, listen, I'll tell you what. The the motivation of my Instagram page, okay, is to help specifically Brazilians with the mistakes that they always make when they speak in English. Like, oh, for example, a lot of Brazilians say vacations. It should be vacation. A lot
Okay.
of people confuse do and make.
Do and make. This
Right?
is like uh,
Is
a
it
list.
meeting? Is it meeting or is it reunion? Is it pretend or is it intend?
Yeah.
These things. So if you want to check out my Instagram page, there's some like things that have like tips specifically for Brazilians. And but I think that yeah, one of the biggest difficulties is false cognates, falso cognato, right? Like the words that look the same but they're not the same. Like
Yeah.
pretend, for example, pretender. It looks like pretend, but pretend in English is actually fingir. So you have to say intend, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of those confusing things. Confusing things,
Yeah, because it is hard, right? It
for
looks
sure.
like it, but it's not. Oh,
Exactly.
I love false friends, but it's hard. And
False friends, yeah.
let's see. Okay. Let me see if I have. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. Let's see if I have any comments here. I don't think so. Okay, Shane, and what do you think you can tell, like, give my students advice, about speaking English and practicing or listening and stuff?
Um,
And what do you
yes.
think as a teacher and as a native speaker, of course?
Well, I think that first thing that you should probably do is don't pressure yourself to speak like a native speaker because it's not going to happen probably. You could get close, for sure. But if your goal is to speak like a native speaker, you might be pressuring yourself too much. Start slow, set small goals, like realistic goals. Don't set crazy goals. Um, and like I said, if you have the money for it, interchange programs and private classes are always the best option. I know that you, Carol, you also offer private classes. So
And nowadays, actually, not anymore. Just my online course,
ah,
for
okay, your
basic.
course. Okay. So
Yes.
cool. So you have an online course. So if you could buy like an online course like Carol's course or, like another teacher online, whatever, if you don't have money for online classes or courses, you can use Instagram. Carol's page is awesome. Our friends that we have they have really cool content on their page. Use Instagram, use YouTube, use this app Speaky that I just said.
Speaking.
Right, and if
Yeah,
you if you
because
don't want to do that,
nowadays,
then
Shane, let's be honest. Nowadays, like, it's totally, there are so many options.
right, yeah,
Like,
no, with the internet, it's
when
crazy.
I started learning English, it was like I was reading Harry Potter, and I remember that I couldn't find the words and I couldn't understand the expressions. And then I went to my teacher, and I totally remember that. Like, I love it so much that I had to read in English, because it
For
was
sure.
3 months before the Portuguese version. And then I was like, teacher, I don't understand this. And it was like a notebook of expressions and stuff. And nowadays, like, you Google it. You go there, you
For
Google
sure.
it, and you find it. And there are so many people talking about it. Oh, Gringo Paulistano said something here. Sorry, I missed that.
He says, I gotta go
About
now, guys. Thanks for doing this interview. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you
he
so
said
much.
about good morning.
Good
Like
morning.
instead
Yeah,
of
this is like
good
another one.
morning.
It's extra vowel.
Yeah, extra vowel. And for improving English with books or movie. Yes, you gotta
Always
do.
good. Now, I say this to my students. Using movies and music and TV series is amazing, but this is not going to help your speaking. It won't. Your
Yeah, you
speaking
have to
will,
speak.
you have to speak. So that's why I always say, like, yeah, like I agree 100%. The amount of information that is on the internet now is crazy. You could find anything that you want, but when it comes to speaking, the best thing is classes. I mean, just finding a teacher or finding a an interchange program or traveling, that's
Yeah.
always the best option, but not everybody has that option. So thankfully we have the internet to help out. Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays you can totally practice for free. Like, and there is italki too. This one.
Italki is good, it's just you have to pay a little bit.
You have to pay a little bit, but it's not that much,
No, no, it's not.
right? It is like okay. Gente, só para finalizar, né? Deixa eu chamar o Shane de novo. Cadê? Aqui. Pronto. Gente, só para finalizar a nossa entrevista, aqui de novo a internet deu um baile em mim. Again. Oi, Jane, tudo bem? A gente vai só finalizar a entrevista com o Shane aqui, tá? Eu já mandei o convite para ele. Estamos no fim. Quem perdeu não tem problema, vai ficar tudo aqui nos stories do Instagram. Assista 200 vezes. Hello, guys. Vamos lá, deixa eu chamar o Shane aqui de novo. Inglês com Shane. Acho que eu já chamei ele, peraí. Deixa ele aparecer aí. Vamos só finalizar a nossa entrevista em inglês, tá? E aí, quem tá entendendo? How much percent? Shane, me manda aí pra você entrar de novo, só pra gente finalizar. Aqui, ó. Vamos lá. Só pra gente finalizar, então, a nossa entrevista. Nossa, muitas horas de entrevista, hein? Pessoal, tem bastante listening aí pra treinar. Só pra gente terminar
Oh, yeah.
nossa interview.
Okay.
Okay, so Shane, you were telling us, sorry. Oh, we were talking about books, and I have actually. Do you like John Green?
I don't know
You know
John Green.
John Green?
No, I actually don't know that one.
Calma aí. Aí, voltou.
I don't know John Green, no.
Yeah, but he is like he writes for teenagers, and it is very simple to understand. You know.
Oh, that's cool. That's good practice then.
Every time I have a basic or elementary student, I say, read it. He is the author of The Fall in Our Stars.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. That's good to know. I'm gonna take note of that, and I'll use that for my students because I always ask them. They always ask me what to read, and I have a list of short stories, but they want books sometimes. So that's good to know.
Yeah, and he speaks like he writes actually. It's easy, you know, easy, not hard, but a lot of slangs and teenage stuff. I like it. And
Cool.
what else? I think that's it.
Right on.
And
Very cool.
Do you want to say something else?
No, so yeah, for the people who are watching, for sure, check out Carol's Instagram page, Inglês que se fala. It's very, very cool page. There's a lot of cool content. It's like got a lot of really good information, like a lot of good tips, a lot of good like things that you could learn about English. Really cool. Check out mine as well. Yeah, mine is also similar content. It's also about English. If you want to take a look, that'd be cool too.
Inglês com Shane, right?
Inglês com Shane, yeah, that's it. And no, it was really awesome. I have another live actually scheduled with Thiago, which is a super English BR. He's in our group actually, and we're going to it's going to be in Portuguese the live, but the topic it starts at 3, so 15 horas, and it's going to be about pronunciation. So if you have any like pronunciation questions or whatever, if anybody has pronunciation questions, come by. And I would also like to say that